Okay, so do we go to the right, or do we go to the left? I'm going to say that we take the right path and continue further on into the mansion. I don't think this will lead us back to the cog room, but it might. Proceeding ahead on the path, we come to a staircase going up, and a firm-looking set of doors on the left. There better be treasure here. The smell of gold's thick in the air, mate. The scent of gold. We might as well peek our head inside the door. Humph. Just like I thought. Locked, Kid says after jiggling the handle. Frustrated, she kicks the door. This might slow us down, but sure as bloody hell won't keep us out. Well, unless we find the key, there's nothing we can do, kid. Let's get to it then. I bet Lynx's got it stashed up in his room somewhere, the bastard. Unable to do anything, we leave to look elsewhere. Let's just continue to press ahead. We'll go towards the stairs. With Kid in the lead, we ascend the narrow staircase. The cracked stone stairs seem to be endlessly twisting upwards. It feels like we're heading up to a scaffold to be executed. Atop the staircase, an old but solid door waits for us silently. This damp place fills me with a feeling of dread. There's a faint voice coming from the other side of the door, says Kid. I fear the worst. Maybe we should check somewhere else, I say. What's the matter? You chicken? She says while glancing at me, but I can tell by the sound of her voice that she isn't feeling much better about this than I am. There's something wrong about this place, and we all know it. So basically our option is to either turn around and go back, or see whose voice this is. If they're feeling bad about it, might as well see what's the worst that can happen. Knock knock. Just visitors. It's a small room, one you'd find in a stone tower. It's empty, and I can't find a single window in it. What the hell kind of room is this? Although she's trying to hide it, I notice a shiver running down Kid's spine. There may be something of use here. Let us search more closely, McGill says quietly. You really think we'll find something? Humph. Kid proceeds to the middle of the room, while I examine the walls and floor. The stone floor is filled with countless scratches, covered by splotches of dry, dark ink. Hey, McGill, would you come over here, please? Something is carved into the wall. I think it's an inscription of some sort. McGill kneels down in front of the wall and examines the writing. Looking closer at it, it appears to be written in blood. Indeed, this text has been worn down with age. Most of it is unreadable. Here's what I can make out. Won't la mu onger. Sia dragoons nihi icha sor order to proof. I won't last much longer. Something dragoons need enchanted sword in order to proof. I don't really know what it's trying to say. Something about they're gonna die, and in order to do something with the dragoons, we need an enchanted sword, or they needed an enchanted sword. Probably a clue for us, too. Without any warning, the door slams shut. We stand up, taken by surprise. Then suddenly, a low rumbling starts to fill the room. What's happening? Kid shouts. looking around frantically. What's that above us? Oh boy. I am guessing we should not have come in here. What now? There's no time to lose. Break through the wall, try to ram the door. Let's... Oh, dang it, I didn't want to do that. I guess we're gonna stop the ceiling. How? I don't know. Shouldn't there be a secret release lever somewhere? We quickly search the floor and walls as the rumble of the dreaded ceiling gets louder and louder. Ah! One of the blades slices into my shoulder. There's no time to look for a lever. What are we going to do? Let's bash the wall. Maybe it's weak. There has to be a way out of here. It might be the door that we need to bash, but I would assume the door is going to be exceptionally strong. We start ramming up against the walls. However, the stone mesh holds tight. This isn't working. The ceiling is getting too close. Ah! The blade is sliced into my neck. Well, dang it. Okay, let's ram the door. Kid flies like an arrow, ramming against the door. Her small body bounces back. The door is far too heavy. Bollocks! Miguel streaks across the room like a hurricane, dashing against the solid oak. The door creaks but holds tight. My turn. I ram into the door with all my strength. Ah! A heavy shock shoots through my body, but the door doesn't budge an inch. The rumbling continues to get louder and louder, reminding us of the rusty blades, eager to greet us. Serge! McGill! Come on, together! The three of us start to ram against the door simultaneously with all our strength. The door hinge gives. We stumble outside, barely escaping certain death. Behind us, we hear the gut-wrenching sounds of the blades meeting the stone floor. I watch the morbid scene in a daze, gasping huge breaths of air. Oh man. Bleeding to death, no doubt. Finally, the grinding sound fades away. It seems the ceiling has stopped. Damn that lynx, toying with us like that. So, this is the torture chamber. I wonder how many of the Acacia Dragoons it has claimed, McGill whispers. Who? I ask. The Acacia Dragoons. They were once an elite force serving General Viper, a powerful man who used to rule the western territory of Jersborough. They were defeated more than 10 years ago by the very hands of Lord Lynx. By the looks of things, we have apparently found their resting place. Who cares? Kid says as she stands up. Generals and knights and everything. Sounds like some old bedtime story. McGill shrugs his shoulders in silence as we start down the stairs, eager to get away from this awful place. And I need healed, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that wounds accumulate throughout the game. With Kid leading the way, we descend the stairs. Never should have pressed on this far. At the bottom of the staircase, a quite sturdy-looking door stands on the right. The hallway also continues on ahead, which will take us towards the terrace. Let's go to the terrace. After a little while, we come to a door on the left. The terrace lies ahead. Let's go towards the terrace. Pretty sure that leads to the cog room or something. After a short while, the terrace comes into view on the left. I'm going to assume the old hag won't be there to heal us. I don't know. Maybe I'll regret not checking there. The cool evening air trickles in through the doorway. Let's go out onto the terrace. Maybe catch my breath out here. We walk quietly out onto the terrace, instantly welcomed by a cold nighttime breeze. The dreary forest we came through lies directly ahead. A light chill is sent down my spine as I watch the treetops rustle in the howling wind. Let's talk with Kid. We gotta get that bastard. He's in there somewhere. I'm sure of it. Before long, we'll be right on top of you, Lynx. I can see the fire in her eyes from here. Man, she's cute when she's angry. Come on. What'd you drag me all the way out here for? We should head back inside. The sun'll be up soon, McGill adds. Yeah, really. Come on, mate. Time to go. Talk to McGill while we're out here. The air is thick with fate, Serge. Be wary of what lurks in these shadows. Hearing him say this reminds me of the weight of our situation. Still, aside from a few cuts and bruises, I've managed to keep myself in reasonable shape so far. Yeah, McGill, I know. It's really gonna be something when we finally find that flame. Come on, we don't have time to loaf around. Let's get back to work, I hear kids say. Okay, I was hoping we could tend wounds or something, but I guess not. Wherever we turn, the darkness awaits. We went right, so let's go left. After a while, the path splits into 3 directions. To the left is a descending staircase, while the path on the right extends into darkness. Another passageway lies ahead. Let's descend. We'll take the stairs. As I start to slowly descend to the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me to try and feel for something. However, all I'm greeted with is the moist filling of these grimy stone walls. We've descended the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway, and to the right we can see a narrow path twisting into the darkness. Okay, let's check out this huge stone archway. I think that's where I went, or not. No, dang it. Oh well, we're checking out the darkness. The passageway makes a sharp turn to the right before stretching on through this subterranean maze. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. Strange. There's the distinct smell of flowers coming from here. Maybe it's better that we found this ornate door anyways. Sometimes the wrong moves are the best moves. Flowers. It doesn't smell of death, so let's check it out. We come to a comfortably decorated room. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves, adding some charm. The owner of this room has obviously gone to great lengths to try and bring a somewhat graceful lifestyle into this otherwise dark mansion. Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it. Bet it's Lynx's Dada's room, Kid says, surveying some of the items. The letter on the desk and the warm teacup hint of a woman living here. However, after searching the room, no one is found. All we find are various odds and ends, a beautifully arranged set of flowers, a white handkerchief carelessly tossed aside, a small bottle of perfume, and so on. Although this stuff adds atmosphere to the room, none of it is really worth anything to us. Kit also seems to feel this way, disregarding most of the stuff in here. She picks up a small box, decorated with a serpentine coat of arms. However, like the rest of the items in here, it looks like it's of little value to us. What should we do? Scout out the bed? Maybe they got something hiding under it or something? Ask Kid to open the small box, check the dresser drawers. I'm actually kind of curious about the box and the serpentine arms. As Kid slowly opens the box, A comforting melody fills the air. "That song," Kid suddenly says, standing up beside me. I look over to her, seeing her expression has changed to vulnerable curiosity, chasing a long-lost memory. "You know this song, kid?" "Yeah. A long time ago, someone I knew used to sing it to me." She turns away from me, rubbing her eyes. "Kid?" I say softly, putting my hand on her shoulder. After a moment or two, she looks back at me. Tears are running down her cheeks. Without saying a word, Kid walks quickly to the door. "Hey, wait up, kid," I say, chasing after her. Maybe we shouldn't have checked the box. From here, the passageway stretches to the right and left. Heading right will take us further into the darkness, while turning left will take us back. I'm not one for turning back, so let's head right. After a little while, the dark passageway ends at a polished, robust set of doors. Kid crinkles her nose in disgust. "Something strange about this place. It don't feel right, mate. Probably just my imagination, though." Standing here in the cold darkness, Kid's hollow laugh does nothing but add to my fear. Fear. I don't want to turn back. It's another dead end, so let's just check it out. Again, I'm not one for turning back. We're dreamers here. Gonna push our luck. These are apparently Lynx's quarters. No one seems to be here, however. "We're right on top of you now, Lynx. Say your prayers, you bastard." Looking around, it's a very dilapidated room. Furniture is thrown about in all directions, and almost nothing matches. Taking a look at the room as a whole, there's no sense of harmony whatsoever. It's very suggestive of a chaotic mind. "Alright, the key to that vault's gotta be in here somewhere," Kid says as she starts to search. "Frozen flame, here we come." I sift through a number of odd items adorning the room. There's a cluttered desk, a painting that's hanging unevenly on the far wall, and a picture on a side table, among other things. In one corner of the room stands a tall, curious object of some sort. A scarlet cloth has been placed over it, covering it up. As I slowly reach my hand out to uncover it, McGill suddenly says, "Please avoid reckless interference." Taking his advice, I return my hand to my side. However, the cloth suddenly starts to fall off on its own. "I didn't touch it, I swear." "What? Did it just leap off all by itself?" Kid asks, rolling her eyes. A large mirror has been uncovered, fancifully decorated. It looks to be a high-priced, Arabesque antique. I did probably pronounce that wrong. I don't know if I've ever seen that word before. I got a bad feeling about this. Then, all of a sudden, boom. The reflection of the Venus statue opens its eyes, staring at us through the mirror. "Is there something you seek?" the statue's reflection asks in a soft, womanly voice. The voice seems to be coming from the statue in front of me, but only the mirror's reflection seems to be moving. It can talk! It is a mirror of whispers, McGill says, examining it closely. But what is it? It is a looking glass that harbors a living spirit. The spirit is free to roam throughout nearby mirrors, able to see into our everyday lives. They are known to be quite wise. Is there anything you wish to ask? Wow, a million questions come to mind. Ask about links. Ask about the key to the treasure vault. Ask about kids' measurements. We have the... No, wait, we don't have the key. Let's ask where it is. If you know where the key to the treasure vault is, could you please tell us? The mirror's surface begins to ripple. The whirling smoke soon takes shape into a picture of a large room, decorated with rows and rows of books. In a beautiful, womanly voice, the mirror responds, "The key you seek as you see before you rests within this room, towards the rear of this great sanctuary of knowledge. Within a large purple book, you will find the item you so desire." The image slowly fades and returns to a normal reflection. The spirit has apparently moved to another mirror, McGill says. Okay, let's head for the study. As I head for the door, I suddenly get the feeling I'm being watched. I come to a stop and look around. Then, suddenly, a faint whisper reaches my ears. "Be careful. They know." Whose voice was that? It wasn't any of ours. The mirror. It wouldn't double-cross us, would it? Kid heads out the door, bolting down the corridor. I frantically chase after her, easily as eager as she is. Heading back, we travel through the passageway, eager to shake this feeling of dread. After walking a ways, we come to a beautifully decorated set of doors on the left. This is apparently Riddell's room, or Riddle's room. However, I think I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to keep some of these videos short, that way I can record them and upload them quicker. But hopefully the mirror doesn't double-cross us. I have a bad feeling about this, but you know, what else could we have done? Well, I guess I could have always asked for kids' measurements, though I don't really see how that would have helped us. I guess we'll find out what trouble we get into next time.